The first episode of A Knight in the Seven Kingdoms just came out last night, but not a whole lot happened in this first episode. Right off the bat, the biggest thing you notice is the tone. This is much lighter than Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, way more comedic, way more playful, very much in line with what we saw in the trailers. For me though, some of the comedy almost feels a little forced at times. Not bad, just noticeable, especially coming from a franchise that's usually leans, much darker and heavier. This also feels like a much smaller story compared to Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. The scale is way toned down, and you feel that immediately. In this first episode, it doesn't really feel like we're stepping into anything huge or world-altering. Because of that, there's not much tension yet, no real urgency, no big hook that makes you need to see what happens next for next week. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing for a premiere. We're clearly in setup mode, but I do think casual viewers might struggle to stay invested after just this episode. That said, I do like the character setup so far. Sir Duncan the Tall is a solid lead, that main actor that's playing him, and I think the actor is doing a really good job with the role. He feels likable, grounded, and very different from the usual Targaryen heavy power players we're used to. So overall thoughts, this is definitely a lighter, more low-key series. Episode 1 works well enough for fans of the world, people like me who are massive fans of Westeros and Game of Thrones, but for the casual viewer, I think they're going to struggle to keep invested with this week to week. But that's just my opinion. What did you guys think of the first episode of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this kind of content, like, follow, and subscribe for more.